Here's something I bet you didn't know. Not all supplements are created equal. At HealthSpan, our omega-3 oil is sustainably sourced from the South Pacific Ocean. We find our turmeric on the southern slopes of India. And our cod liver oil comes from the cold, crisp seas of Greenland. We work hard to seek out the best ingredients for all our supplements because that's the HealthSpan way. We're healthspan.co.uk. Vitamins and supplements in-store or direct to your door.
SIM-only plans? There are always so many tempting options. So you jump headfirst into a long contract, which keeps you locked in for 12 months.
Somebody let me out!
At Labara, we offer great value plans and total flexibility. You can get 10 gigs of data, unlimited UK minutes and texts, and 100 international minutes for just £10 a month. And you can change or cancel anytime.
Now I feel free!
Buy now at labara.co.uk.
Are they about to triple their gold medal total tonight? It's an all-British podium on home soil. A stunning swim.
It's a second and a half quicker than anybody else in the world.
The youngster from Great Britain getting roared home by this partisan crowd.
Welcome everyone to the Aberdeen Sports Village. We're here in the northeast of Scotland in the UK for the first Para-Swimming World Series meet of the year. It's the City Para-Swimming World Series meet incorporating the British Para-Swimming meet. And we are live for the first finals session this evening. It's an excellent session of heats this morning. Some great swims in prospect tonight. Should be some very close contests indeed. We have 6 events for you to enjoy. We'll crown 6 World Series champions tonight. And looking like we have maybe got some records in prospect here tonight. There's the lineup. The women's 100 freestyle kicks us off, followed by the men's event. 200 metres individual medley for women and men. And the session finishes with a 150 metres individual medley for women and men. We'll see 3 finals for each of the first 4 events. There'll be a national final for Great Britain swimmers, and there'll be 2 World Series finals, and the results of those 2 World Series finals will be combined, and the swimmers with the highest number of points will be crowned the World Series champions. The first of the year. 5 World Series meets planned across the world this year, and this is the very first of them here in Aberdeen. 150 metres individual medley, an event unique to the Paralympic programme. There's one Women's World Series final and one men's final as well. So be good to see those swimmers at the end of the session. Really good racing in prospect. We're hoping for some records, that's for sure, tonight. British Swimming would like to thank our official partners, Labara and Up and Go, our official suppliers, Healthspan and SOS, and hosts Aberdeen City Council for their support in this event. Many thanks to all of them. Well, the officials are already on the poolside, so please, can you welcome the technical delegate for this evening's session, Tony Ward. The assistant technical delegate is Dave Metcalf. The referee for the men, Dave Harmon. The referee for women, Sue Barker. In the control room, Roger Pryor. The starter for men, Jerry Metcalf. And the starter for women, Elizabeth Fitzsimmons. These are your officials for this evening. Well, the officials making their way to their positions, and we're just about ready to go. Just about clock hitting at 5 o'clock local time. The first final session about to begin. This is the final of the women's 100 freestyle national final. In lane 0 from City of Cambridge, Claire Connon. In lane 1, representing Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson, Fern Snedden. In lane 2, representing Pembroke and District, Lily Rice. In lane 3, representing Aberdeen Dolphins, Natalia Hokai. In lane 4, representing Skipton, Abbey Hampshire. In lane 5, representing Reading Signet, Fern Ioanu. In lane 7, representing Northampton, Eliza Humphrey. In lane 8, representing Camden Swiss Cottage, Leah O'Connell. Those are your finalists for the women's 100 meters freestyle national final. As I said earlier, we have the national final. This is for Great Britain swimmers only. We'll have 2 World Series finals to come in this 100 freestyle following this one. Start in the centre of the field here. Abby Hampshire was fastest in terms of qualification time in 107.05, but of course the times will be compared to the classifications for the swimmers swimming in this event. We have a range of classifications here. The lowest of the classifications is Claire Connon. She goes in lane 0, closest to us. So watch out for the points total for the swimmers in the lower numerical classifications as they come into the finish. Well, the front of the field, lane 4, right in the centre there. The 2 yellow lanes in the centre of the pool are 4 and 5. And it is Abby Hampshire from Skipton, the S10 swimmer. Number 1 to 10 swimmers with a physical impairment, 11 to 13 those with a visual impairment, and 14 those with an intellectual impairment. It is Abby Hampshire. She is home in 106.56, followed home by 109.88 for Fern Ioanu. And we'll just see what the points totals are coming in at there. Eliza Humphrey in 4th position in 118.81. The swimmer with no vision. She swims in the visually impaired S11 classification. That's an improvement from her heat time. The swimmers are in. Claire Connon just finishing there. 136.66 for Claire Connon. We'll check the points totals. But it looks to me like Abby Hampshire first to the wall. Looks like she might take that in terms of points as well. 666 for Abby Hampshire. So still waiting for confirmation of that as the swimmers make their way out of the pool. Abby Hampshire there, 106.56. Her heat time was 107.05, so an improvement from Abby Hampshire there from Skipton. Looks like that's going to be enough for her to take this first final of the evening, the national final. 666 points as they stand at the minute. Fern Snedden also had a good swim. We saw her with a couple of good swims today. 590 points, we think, for Fern Snedden, if the result is confirmed. There we have it. Abby Hampshire takes it 666 ahead of Fern Snedden, 590, and Eliza Humphrey, the S11 swimmer, taking 3rd position in that national final. Please welcome the finalists for the Women's 100 Freestyle World Series Final 2. In lane 0, representing Great Britain, Ellie Chalice. In lane 1, representing Great Britain, Scarlett Humphrey. In lane 2, representing Ireland, Amy Sheridan. In lane 3, representing Great Britain, Eva French. In lane 4, representing Great Britain, Amber Haycock. In lane 5, representing Great Britain, Megan Willis. In lane 6, representing Great Britain, Rebecca Lewis. In lane 7, representing Great Britain, Charlotte Hyde. In lane 8, representing Germany, Tanja Schultz. These are the finalists for the Women's 100 Freestyle World Series Final 2. Well, a little bit of a issue with the scoreboard there, but it's all sorted out now for World Series 1, and we are underway. We saw a great swim this morning from, well, the two swimmers in the outside lanes, Ellie Chalice, with that red cap of Great Britain, set a new British record, the Paralympian from Tokyo, won a silver medley in the backstroke. And also, well, relative newcomer was Tanja Schultz of Germany. She was the highest points total of any of the swimmers in these World Series events, 989 points for the German, who goes right at the top there of the swimmers in lane number 8. Tanja Schultz, well, she has gone slightly faster than she went this morning. She was very close to the world record for her classification, so Tanja Schultz in good shape here. Ellie Chalice just going over now in 52.16, just slightly slower than she was this morning. Into the finish though, in lane number 4, it's Amber Haycock, one of the British swimmers, the 4S10 swimmers right in a row across the middle of the pool. 106 for Amber Haycock. She will take that one in terms of position. Eva French, but let's watch out here for the swimmers in the outside lanes. Tanja Schultz coming in now. The world record stands at 125.42. It's going to be mighty close here. And it is 125.10. And that's inside the world record time for Tanja Schultz of Germany. What a swim that was. But let's not forget Ellie Chalice. She still has to finish. British record, incredible British record this morning. Under the 150 mark. 149.52. Is she going to do it again? Ellie Chalice just slips over the 150, but another fantastic swim there from Ellie Chalice, the S3 swimmer from Great Britain. Well, the swimmers certainly lived up to the pre-race billing, but if these results are confirmed, well, we could be looking at another world record swim here from Tanja Schultz. She was a a swimmer just new to the German Paralympic team. She has been a swimmer before acquiring her disability at quite a high level. And she's coming to the German Paralympic team, well, with a bang. What a race she had this morning just outside the world record mark. And if this result is confirmed, she will be inside this world record. I think the results are coming up on the board there. We see the points totals, and right at the top, over the 1,000 points mark, 1,011 points. And subject to ratification, of course, it's a new world record swim for Tanja Schultz of Germany. So please welcome the swimmers for the women's 100 meters freestyle World Series 1. In lane 0, representing Great Britain, Megan Neve. In lane 1, representing Germany, Maika Naomi Schwartz. In lane 2, representing Great Britain, Zara Maluli. In lane 3, representing Great Britain, Louise Fides. In lane 4, representing Great Britain, Jessica Jane Applegate. In lane 5, representing Great Britain, Poppy Maskell. In lane 6, representing Great Britain, Hannah Russell. In lane 7, representing Great Britain, Tony Shaw. In lane 8, representing Canada, Ariana Hunsicker. In lane 9, representing Great Britain, Georgia Sheffield. These are the finalists for the women's 100 meters freestyle World Series Final 1. This one should be fast. The swimmers in the centre lanes. Jessica Jane Applegate, the fastest from the heats this morning, just over the 1 minute mark. I wonder if anyone's going to dip under that 1 minute. 1 minute .89 for Jessica Jane. Right next to her, Poppy Maskell had a good swim. 102.02 for the young swimmer from the northwest of England. They're going to the turn, the one and only turn. And in first position is Jessica Jane Applegate and Poppy Maskell just ahead of her. Hannah Russell, what a game she had in Tokyo. Retaining her 100 backstroke title. Also a medal in this event, the 100 freestyle. Hannah Russell in lane 6 swims in visually impaired S12 classification. And that very high points total for these swimmers to achieve from that World Series Final 1 we just saw. But into the wall, it's going to be Jessica Jane. She's in just over the 1 minute mark. 1 minute .39 for Jessica Jane Applegate. In second position as they hit the wall, it looks like it might be Louise Fides who gets in just ahead of Poppy Maskell and Hannah Russell, who have a dead heat there for third place as they finish the wall. Louise Fides with a very good finish there. Another Paralympian from Tokyo. And the results are confirmed. And it is Hannah Russell who takes the top points total in 101.85, with Tony Shaw in second position in 103.53, with Jessica Jane Applegate in third place there, 1 minute .39. It's all about the points. 842 points for Hannah Russell, 833 for Tony Shaw, and 822 for Jessica Jane. So these now will be compared to the results of that first World Series final. And we should get our first World Series medalists when these results are confirmed. It was a very tight race in that one. And here we are, the finalists, well, the final positions in the World Series final. Taking the bronze medal in this first event will be Tony Shaw. Taking the silver medal will be Hannah Russell. The two Great Britain swimmers, though, behind the German swimmer in first position in that new world record time subject to ratification. Tanya Schultz takes the first gold. So please welcome the finalists for the men's 100 freestyle national final. In lane 0, representing City of Manchester Aquatic, Zach Washington Young. In lane 1, representing Bridge of Dawn, Matthew Scott. In lane 2, representing East Lothian, Dylan Bleakley. In lane 3, representing Basildon Phoenix, Rio Rogers. In lane 4, representing Littlehampton, Joseph Greaves. In lane 5, representing Kingston upon Hull, Owen Garsides. In lane 6, representing Worcester, Matthew Redfern. In lane 8, representing Nova Centurion, Owen Say. In lane 9, representing Mount Kelly, Sebastian Williams. These are your finalists for the men's 100 meters freestyle national final. So no swimmer in lane 7. I've got Joseph Greaves in this one of the S14 swimmers. In fact, 6 S14 swimmers in this one. Joseph Greaves was the fastest of all of them, dipping under that 1 minute mark, 58.87. And he's in one of the 2 fast lanes there. I'll go from lane 0 right up to lane number 9, right at the top here. In the Aberdeen Sports Village pool. Joseph Greaves leads them through, 27.76, the Littlehampton swimmer. Followed closely, though, by Owen Garsides. Was not much in that at all. And Owen Garsides now pulling alongside Joseph Greaves here. These two look like they're going to come in together. Are they going to dip under that 1 minute mark again? Real contest here at the front of the field. It looks like Joseph Greaves might just take it, but Garsides with the wall, but it's Greaves who takes it, 57.61. Another big improvement there for Joseph Greaves, and he was pushed all the way by Owen Garside, who went 58.12. And 59.85 was Matthew Redfern, as he also dipped under that 1 minute mark, the Worcester swimmer. So 59.85 for Matthew Redfern. And in terms of points, I think that is going to be the top 3 points total. So we'll wait for confirmation. And there we have it. It is Joseph Greaves will take that one. 715 points. Owen Garside in second position and Matthew Redfern in third. That's the positions as they touch the wall, positions in terms of points as well. Please welcome the finalists for the men's 100 meters freestyle World Series Final 2. In lane 0, representing Great Britain, William Perry. In lane 1, representing Great Britain, Michael Jones. In lane 2, representing Spain, Inigo Lopez Sanz. In lane 3, representing Ireland, Barry McClement. In lane 4, representing Great Britain, Jack Milne. In lane 5, representing Canada, Tyson McDonald. In lane 6, representing Great Britain, Gavin Roberts. In lane 7, representing Great Britain, Luke Batty. In lane 8, representing Switzerland, Leo McCree. In lane 9, representing Great Britain, Lyndon Longhorn. These are the finalists for the men's 100 meters freestyle World Series Final 2. So fast swims expected here. Well, certainly in the centre we had Jack Milne from Great Britain and Tyson McDonald from Canada. They both went under the 1 minute mark in the qualifying heats. Tyson McDonald in one of the earlier heats. He didn't really have anybody alongside him, still managed to swim there just under the 1 minute mark. And he's just ahead of Jack Milne as they go into the turn, followed closely by City of Glasgow's Gavin Roberts there, just up there, one lane up in lane number 6. We'll keep an eye on the swimmers in the outside lanes, 2 British Paralympians as well, Lyndon Longhorn in lane number 9 and Will Perry in lane 0. We'll see how they get on. But as they come to the closing stages of this one, Tyson McDonald looks like he is going to hold off the challenge of Jack Milne as they come into the finish, stretches for the wall. A good swim there from Tyson McDonald, 58.87 ahead of Jack Milne. And Michael Jones, Rio Paralympic champion in the 400 free, coming in 106.40, a big points total for him, 750 points. Will Perry, 580 points. Well, another good swim from Leo McCree. Well, let's turn our attention now to Lyndon Longhorn, the final swimmer to finish. He's the lowest numerical classification in this one. British record holder at 133.30. That's just slipped by for Lyndon as he finishes in 136.00. So another good contest at the front of the field there between the 2 S14 swimmers. We had 2 S6 swimmers as well, Will Perry and Leo McCree. But they were all topped in terms of points by the S7 swimmer, Mikey Jones, who takes that one in 750 points, and the Spanish Paralympic medalist, Inigo Lopez Sanz, takes second in 7:05, with Leo McCree in third position. Please welcome the finalists for the men's 100 meters freestyle World Series Final 1. In lane 0, representing Great Britain, Connor Morrison. In lane 1, representing Great Britain, Oliver Carter. In lane 2, representing Great Britain, Thomas Hamer. In lane 3, representing Great Britain, Louis Lawler. In lane 4, representing Great Britain, Stephen Clegg. In lane 5, representing Great Britain, Jordan Catchpole. In lane 6, representing Great Britain, George Kelman-Johns. In lane 7, representing Great Britain, Dylan Broom. In lane 8, representing Germany, Justin Capps. In lane 9, representing Great Britain, Kieran Williams. These are the finalists for the men's 100 meters freestyle World Series Final 1. All these swimmers chasing the 750 points set by Mikey Jones in that previous final. And Stephen Clegg and Jordan Catchpole and Louis Lawler, they were fastest, well, in terms of points, they were the highest points earners into these finals. Stephen Clegg, visually impaired swimmer just in between the two S14 swimmers on either side. So it is Stephen Clegg who goes out ahead. He'll be looking to challenge his British record of 53.43. Again, a number of qualification marks the swimmers are looking for here. There's qualification for the World Championships in Madeira. There's Commonwealth Games qualification as well up for grabs. What a contest here in the centre. Stephen Clegg just being edged maybe by Jordan Catchpole in the closing stages here. It's going to be very close on the touch. And it is, maybe Jordan Catchpole will take it. 53.92 for Jordan Catchpole. Stephen Clegg, 54.00. And Louis Lawler in third position, 54.71. Well, another good contest there. And we'll check the points totals. It looks like we have it there. Jordan Catchpole, he will take that one. 872 points. 53.92, just ahead of Stephen Clegg, 54.00, marginally faster than he went in the heats. And Louis Lawler just held off the challenge of George Kelman-Johns there to finish in third position, 835. And there, comparing that with the results of that first final, we will have our World Series medalist in third position by just 2 points. It's Louis Lawler of Great Britain. And in second position will be Stephen Clegg of Great Britain. But the World Series champion in the men's 100 freestyle will be Jordan Catchpole. Please welcome the finalists for the women's 200 metres individual medley national final. In lane 0, representing Kingston Royals, Caitlin Trevor. In lane 1, representing Royal Tunbridge Wells, Monson Fern Snedden. In lane 2, representing the Borough of Kirklees, Evie Lambert. In lane 3, representing Reading Signets, Fern Ioanu. In lane 4, representing the University of Stirling, Abby Kane. In lane 5, representing the Borough of Kirklees, Astrid Carroll. In lane 6, representing Swim Bournemouth, Isabella Haynes. In lane 7, representing Devonport, Abigail Daly. In lane 8, representing Norwich, Mwaba Makwasa. In lane 9, representing Havant and Waterlooville, Elizabeth Foster. These are your finalists for the women's 200 metres individual medley national final. In the centre of the pool, Abby Kane, into an early lead. And she's been on GB squads in the past, Abby Kane. And, most famously, came to the Rio Paralympic Games as a 13-year-old in 2016 and took the silver medal in the 100 backstroke. Real quality swim that day from Abby Kane. Swims in the S13 class. It's with visual impairment. She's on to her favourite backstroke at the moment. So Abby Kane, firm favourite for this one. Her heat time's 2:48.00. So we'll see if she can improve on that time. Following her is Fern Ioanu in lane number 3. She was second into the butterfly onto backstroke. She's already been eclipsed by Astrid Carroll, who's another visually impaired swimmer. Astrid Carroll from the Borough of Kirklees in lane 5. So Abby Kane stretching a lead here, going through in 1:15.36. Also was part of the Great Britain European team as well there last year. So the two SM13 swimmers there stretching away from the front of the field. The SM prefix, of course, for the class just indicates that it is a medley event. In terms of the classification numbers, 1 to 10 for those with physical impairments, 11 to 13 for those with visual impairments, and 14 those with an intellectual impairment. So the two SM13 swimmers, we're out ahead at the moment. Abby Kane and Astrid Carroll. Abby Kane just going on to her final length here. Astrid Carroll just about to come up for the turn. In terms of visual impairment, it's S11, swimmers with no vision at all. They'll be wearing blacked out goggles. But the S13 swimmers like Abby Kane and Astrid Carroll, they will have partial vision. Here comes Abby Kane now, trying to better that time that she did this morning, 2:48. That's her qualification time. I think she might just sneak under that as she comes into the red markers, the last 5. Yeah, 2:45.15. Well done, Abby. 2:45.15 for Abby Kane. She's followed home by Astrid Carroll. Astrid from the borough of Kirklees. Entry time of 3:03. And she's improved that time. So well done, Astrid. 3 minutes, 0.38 for Astrid Carroll. In third position, Fern Ioanu. And a real tussle here for fourth place between 3 swimmers. But a good finish from Evie Lambert just takes her ahead of the other 2. 3:22.19 for Evie Lambert. And the close contest between Isabella Haynes and Abigail Daly. Isabella Haynes, the youngest swimmer in this field. She's 13 years of age, she'll be 14 this year. And she swims for Swim Bournemouth. Well, 2 swimmers then on either side of the pool, Caitlin Trevor and Elizabeth Foster. Very close in terms of position as they come into these final stages here. Caitlin Trevor might just have the edge here. Her entry time from this morning, her qualification time for this final, 4:20. It's going to be inside that, I think. Yeah, 4:16.86. Good swim from her. And also a good swim from Elizabeth Foster, improving her entry time into this final. She swims in 4:19.73. So it looks like the results have been confirmed. And there we have it. Abby Kane right at the top there, the class of this field. 628 points for Abby Kane, with Fern Snedden in second position from RTW Monson, and Astrid Carroll in third place in terms of points. Please welcome the finalists for the women's 200 metres individual medley World Series Final 2. In lane 0, representing Great Britain, Leah O'Connell. In lane 1, representing Ireland, Nicole Turner. In lane 2, representing Germany, Mira Yini Mack. In lane 3, representing Great Britain, Maisie Summers-Newton. In lane 4, representing Great Britain, Rebecca Lewis. In lane 5, representing Great Britain, Eva French. In lane 6, representing Canada, Danielle Doris. In lane 7, representing Great Britain, Eliza Humphrey. In lane 8, representing Great Britain, Scarlett Humphrey. These are the finalists for the women's 200 metres individual medley World Series Final 2. On the way for this first World Series final. Interesting contest between the two Humphreys there, side by side. Up there in 7 and 8, Humphrey sisters. Both in the S11 classification, so both swimmers with no vision at all. We'll keep a close watch on that contest there between those two sisters there. Of course, the World Series finals, there's 2 finals, so the winner can come from any of the 2 finalists. It's the highest points total that will determine who takes that World Series title. And the fastest qualifier, in fact, the biggest points total, I should say, from the heats this morning was maybe Maisie Summers-Newton. She goes in lane number 3. She is a Paralympic champion in this event, had a sensational Tokyo Games last year, taking gold in this individual medley and also taking gold in the breaststroke as well. So Maisie Summers-Newton, swimmer very much on form. A number of Paralympians in this one, of course. Danielle Doris from Canada in lane number 6, also a Paralympic champion. Canadian won the butterfly event, 50 metres butterfly, and she's in close attendance to Rebecca Lewis, who goes in that centre lane. Great Britain swimmer. Danielle Doris in 2nd position. And in 3rd place at that turn is Mira Yini Mak, another Paralympian from Germany. Let's keep an eye on Maisie Summers-Newton here. She's gone through in 128.10. She swam a very good time this morning, as I said, in breaststroke, one of her specialities. She swims in the SM6 class, and the likes of Danielle Doris swims in the SM7 classification. It's very, very close at the front of the field now. Maisie Summers-Newton with that kind of dark cap really coming alongside Rebecca Lewis next to her. This has been a very good breaststroke indeed from Maisie Summers-Newton, almost taking her into the lead as they go through. In fact, she is in the lead. It's an absolute dead heat at that turn. 2:18.21. Maisie Summers-Newton just about where she was this morning. Let's see if she can bring it home and trying to challenge that 3-minute mark, a big points total. She's got to set the standard for the swimmers to come in this second heat. Maisie Summers-Newton having an absolutely cracking swim here, just challenging the swimmers in the higher classifications, the 2 S10 swimmers alongside her, Rebecca Lewis and Eva French. They're having their own contest in the S10 class, but no doubt about who is going to take the highest points total here. 2 S10 swimmers finish together, and there's Maisie Summers-Newton under the 3-minute mark. Wow, another great swim from the Paralympic champion. And she gets that one in 2:59.75. Danielle Doris in 4th place, and Eliza Humphrey wins the battle of the 2 Humphrey sisters there. Leah O'Connell is the final swimmer to complete the distance. Leah O'Connell with that entry time of 3:35. I think she might improve that one. I think she has 3:32.26 for Leah O'Connell. We saw Maisie Summers-Newton hit the 900-point mark in the heats this morning. We'll wait for confirmation of that result, but if it is confirmed, it's going to be very close to the 950 mark. Here's the world record holder, Paralympic champion. She's done it all in this event, Maisie Summers-Newton, and she looks bang on form. It's still very early in the season, but that has got to send a message to the rest of the swimmers in the SM6 classification. We have two swimmers, the Humphrey sisters, the SM11 class. They'll have their blacked out goggles. They have to be checked after the event is finished. That will delay confirmation of the results. And I think we have it now. And there we have it. Maisie Summers-Newton, 949 points for the Paralympic champion. It's another SM6 swimmer in second position, 728 for Nicole Turner. And a Paralympic champion in butterfly in the S7 class, Danielle Doris. She is in third position, 719. Please welcome the finalists for the women's 200 metres individual medley World Series Final 1. In lane 0, representing Great Britain, Brock Whiston. In lane 1, representing Great Britain, Megan Neve. In lane 2, representing Great Britain, Louise Fiddis. In lane 3, representing Great Britain, Poppy Maskell. In lane 4, representing Great Britain, Bethany Firth. In lane 5, representing Ireland, Roisin Nirian. In lane 6, representing Great Britain, Tony Shaw. In lane 7, representing Germany, Janina Brauer. In lane 8, representing Great Britain, Megan Willis. In lane 9, representing Great Britain, Amber Haycock. These are your finalists for the women's 200 metres individual medley World Series Final 1. Good representation of the SM14 swimmers in this one. Looks like there's 5 SM14 swimmers, including Bethany Firth. And she goes in lane number 4, British record holder Bethany Firth, multi-Paralympic Games medalist. Obtained her 100 backstroke title in Tokyo. It's the third time she's won that title. She won in London, she won in Rio, she won in Tokyo. She's first to the wall here in the individual medley. It's a silver medal in the individual medley for Bethany Firth, and following her home was Louise Fiddis, who took the bronze in that event in Tokyo. Bethany Firth just going ahead of the likes of Poppy Maskell and Roisin Nirian from Ireland, coming back into contention. Young Irish swimmer. In lane number 5, also went to the Paralympic Games, was medalist in the European Championships in backstroke. And she had a good swim this morning, Roisin Nirian, who was third place in terms of the points. Just under the 800-point range for Roisin Rian from Ireland. Tony Shaw also in the pool in lane number 6. Tony Shaw, of course, was based here in Aberdeen. He's since moved to the University of Stirling, Great Britain's first medalist in the pool in Tokyo. And she took the bronze in the 400 freestyle. So we know she'll be strong at the end of this 200 individual medley. Bethany Firth really stretching away. I want to keep an eye on Brock Whiston as well. Medalist in the World Championships, 3 times a gold medalist in the World Championships back in 2019, and the current world record holder in the SM8 class. So Brock Whiston right down at the bottom there. Very strong breaststroke here for Brock Whiston, bringing her back into contention. And watch out for her points total as well, as Bethany Firth comes into the final 15 metres here. Bethany Firth chasing that very big target in the previous heat from Maisie Summers-Newton. Bethany coming home now in that time of 2:27.51, an improvement from what she did this morning. Roisin Rian from Ireland, 2:32.07 for the Irish swimmer, another improvement for her. And as the swimmers all come home now, just keep an eye on the points totals. I don't think anyone is going to challenge that first heat swim from, the first final swim, I should say, from Maisie Summers-Newton. Brock Whiston coming over in 2:48.73, another improvement for Brock Whiston. And we have the results of that second final. And there we have it, Bethany Firth right at the top there, 825 points for Bethany Firth from Great Britain, with Roisin Rian in second place and Brock Whiston just edging out Tony Shaw by 2 points. And there is the summary of the results here. Brock Whiston in 4th place, but the bronze medal in the World Series event goes to Roisin Rian from Ireland. The silver medal goes to Bethany Firth from Great Britain, but the gold medal in a sensational time there, 2:59.75, it's Maisie Summers-Newton. Well, Maisie Summers-Newton, what a swim that was. It's not often you see the SM6 women go under the 3-minute mark. It's a very rare occurrence. She has pushed the world record down to 2:56, but great swim there, 2:59, very early in the season, as I said. And we've seen some good contests already this evening. Still another 3 World Series champions to be crowned. The men's 200 metres individual medley just coming up now. So please welcome the men's 200 metres individual medley swimmers for the national final. In lane 0, representing Mount Kelly, Sebastian Williams. In lane 1, representing Bournemouth College, Luke Boyles. In lane 2, representing Basildon and Phoenix, Rio Rogers. In lane 3, representing Littlehampton, Joseph Greaves. In lane 4, representing Plymouth Leander, Cameron Verncombe. In lane 5, representing Kingston upon Hull, Owen Garsides. In lane 6, representing Blackpool Aquatics, Ryan Potter. In lane 7, representing the East Lothian swim team, Dylan Blakely. In lane 9, representing Northampton, Bruce D. These are the finalists for the men's 200 metres individual medley national final. Cameron Burncombe in lane number 4, looking very strong in the opening stages of this one. A very good swim this morning on 2:19.53. A very close contest with some of the swimmers who will appear in the World Series finals to come. Rory Lawler just ahead, just 5/100ths ahead of Cameron Burncombe. So Cameron Burncombe swimming in this national final. Try and improve on that time. On Garside's in second position as they go over the first turn. Joseph Greaves, we saw him swim very well in the 100 earlier. And a good contest alongside Owen Garsides. Looks like they're going to have a similar contest here, but Cameron Burncombe really stretching away at the front here as he goes up to the halfway point. 103.91 at the halfway stage. And onto the breaststroke with intent for Cameron Burncombe. Number of S14 swimmers in this one. Swimmers in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, all the SM14 classifications. In the outside lanes we have Luke Boyles in lane 1, who's a visually impaired swimmer, and the 2 SM6s in the outside lane, Sebastian Williams and Bruce D. Have their own private battle in those outside lanes. Cameron Burncombe, though, really stretching away from this field. A very strong breaststroke for Cameron. He's been around for a few years, Cameron Burncombe. He's really making a push now. Try and force his way onto some of the national teams, I'm sure. 142.95 with 50 metres to go. Owen Garside and Joseph Greaves, as we saw in the 100. They're having a close contest for second, but here comes Cameron Burncombe now, away and clear. There's no one else in the picture. Can he improve on the time he did this morning of 2:19.53? I think he might just, he does, 2:17.40. Well, it was a big improvement from this morning. Good swim from Cameron Burncombe. And one line up from him, it looks like it might be Owen Garside to take the touch there, 2:29.02. Getting in ahead of Joseph Greaves, who touches under the 2:30 mark. Ryan Potter in 4th position with Ria Rogers in 5th place there. Dylan Blakely in 6th. And Luke Boyles, the visually impaired swimmer, he comes in lane number 7. The 2 SM6s in the outside lanes. Again, as I said, having their own battles here. It looks like Sebastian Williams is going to get the better of Bruce D. Sebastian Williams with that entry time of 3:19. Can he improve on that one? He's coming into the final few metres now. He might just nick under that one. Yeah, 3:18.73. Another good swim there. Good improvement there from Sebastian Williams from his heat swim. So well done to him. And Bruce D with his entry time of 3:23. It's 3:29 this time for Bruce D. No doubt about the winner in terms of points. That's a big points total there. Cameron Burncombe takes that national final. 808 points for the swimmer from Plymouth Leander. Owen Garsides and Joseph Greaves in 2nd and 3rd. So a great swim in the national final. What can we have in the 2 World Series finals to follow? We saw some good contests this morning in the heats. Certainly in the second final we'll see. We had for Isaac Jonsson from Iceland, Louis Lawler from Great Britain. Very close in terms of time and in terms of points. They're both in the SM14 class. Hope for a close contest, but it's a Canadian affair almost in the first of the World Series finals we're about to see. 1 Great Britain and 3 Canadians taking the start for this first final. Please welcome the finalists for the men's 200 metres individual medley World Series Final 2. In lane 3, representing Canada, Felix Cowan. In lane 4, representing Great Britain, Luke Batty. In lane 5, representing Canada, Caleb Arndt. In lane 6, representing Canada, Zach Zona. These are your finalists for the men's 200 metres individual medley World Series Final 2. As we said, 1 Great Britain swimmer, that's Luke Batty. He goes in line number 4. So he's the second closest to us. As we look at this, there are 3 Canadians. Felix Cowan, that yellow cap. Caleb Arndt probably leading them through at the moment. And Zach Zona at the top of those 4 swimmers. Zona and Felix Cowan both swim in the SM8 classification. Luke Batty 1 classification up, he swims in SM9, and Caleb Arndt is SM13, so a swimmer with a visual impairment. Luke Batty going well here as they get into the backstroke, catching up that lead that Caleb Arndt had in the early stages. Canadians got a good squad here. Some big names, some Paralympians in their team. Also some emerging swimmers as well. As they go on to the breaststroke, Luke Batty leads them through. And Caleb Arndt just right on his shoulder and maybe taking the lead. And Felix Cowan and Zach Zona having their own personal battle here. The 2 SM8 swimmers, who's going to have the bragging rights after this one. They were very close in terms of time in the heats. Felix Cowan just 11 100ths ahead of his Canadian teammate, so that's an interesting one. But Zach Zona's not going to let this one go away. He's really working hard on that breaststroke. We've seen him swim the distance freestyle as well, Zach Zona. Some in the Paralympic Games and the 400 freestyle, so he should be strong in the closing stages of this one. Caleb Arndt has swum the breaststroke well. Visually impaired swimmer, as I said. Has got a lead of around about 3.5 seconds over Luke Batty. Luke Batty was certainly the fastest swimmer into this final. He had the fastest qualification time. It looks like it might be a good improvement there for Caleb Arndt from Canada. Luke Batty trying to come back in these closing stages, just on the feet of the Canadian at the moment. It looks like Caleb Arndt is going to hold on there. Yeah, 2:36.98. Luke Batty in second place, 2:37. Two great times there from the leading two. And it's Zach Zona who gets the better of his teammate. Zona in 2:44.13 and Felix Cowan 2:45. But a very good swim at the front there. Caleb Arndt 2:36.90 for the Canadian. To take that one. Who is it going to be in terms of points though? At the moment it looks like it might be Zach Zona. He might just take that one. It's very close in terms of the points total, so we're waiting for confirmation of this. As it stands at the minute, 620 points for Zach Zona, and that will be the target for the next final. With Luke Batty just getting the better of Felix Cowan by 1 point. Result not confirmed just yet. Let's hope there's no issues. Oh well, I spoke too soon. Looks like we do have an issue there. Well, Zach Zona takes that one, 620 points. With Luke Batty in second position and Felix Cowan in third place. Very close contest between these three, all in the 600-point range. So another good contest there in that first World Series final. So 620 points will be the target for the second final to come. Top four swimmers that were in this, that are going to take place in this second final, all in the 700-point range. So I think that the medals should be decided from this second race. Again, big S14 presence in this one. In the centre lane, Scott Quinn, Dylan Broom, Robert Isaac Johnson, Louis Lawler, Americ Parmentier, Jack Milne, the S14s all going in the centre. It's going to be a straight fight between the S14s, but in the outside lanes, 2 SM10s and 2 SM9s as well. So watch out for the points of those swimmers in the outside. 3 Germans coming up in the final, and they had 3 very good swims in the heats. Walter, Caps and Triber. And Barry McClements from Ireland will make up the final here. He goes in lane number 9, Paralympic Games swimmer, Commonwealth Games swimmer for Northern Ireland and Gold Coast in 2018, hoping to go again, I'm sure, this summer for Birmingham. Commonwealth Games, a number of the swimmers trying to make their qualification standards here at this meet, trying to push themselves into contention. A number of the Great Britain swimmers will represent their home countries, so it'll be an England team, Scotland team, Wales and Northern Ireland. Please welcome the swimmers for the men's 200 metres individual medley World Series Final 1. In lane 0, representing Germany, Lauren Matti Walter. In lane 1, representing Germany, Justin Capps. In lane 2, representing Great Britain, Scott Quinn. In lane 3, representing Great Britain, Dylan Broom. In lane 4, representing Iceland, Robert Isaac Jonsson. In lane 5, representing Great Britain, Louis Lawler. In lane 6, representing Belgium, Aymeric Parmentier. In lane 7, representing Great Britain, Jack Milne. In lane 8, representing Germany, Jan Schreiber. In lane 9, representing Ireland, Barry McClements. These are the finalists for the men's 200 metres individual medley World Series Final 1. As I said, SM14 swimmers in the centre lanes. All the swimmers from 2 through to 7 in that SM14 classification. Germans, as I said, had very good heat swims. Oren Matti Walter, Justin Capps, and Jan Schreiber. They go in 0, 1, and 8. And Barry McClements, again, trying, as I said, make an impression for his Irish team, try and make to the World Championships again for Barry McClements. I'm sure he'd love to do that. And it's 200 metres individual medley. One of the swims that he had in the Tokyo Paralympic Games, the Irishman, finished just outside the final positions there in 10th place. And Barry McClements right at the top going well. But in the centre lane, looks like it is Robert Isaac Jonsson from Iceland. Just ahead of Louis Lawler. Louis Lawler coming back strongly on the backstroke. He's a medalist in the 100 backstroke in the World Championships in 2019 and also a finalist in the Tokyo Games last year. Robert Isaac Jonsson, a former world champion in this event in 2017. We'll see what Scott Quinn can do, the Paralympic bronze medalist in breaststroke. He is right down in lane number 2, trying to make his way through the field. It's going to be a tough ask for Scott Quinn to get back on terms with the leaders. Aymeric Parmentier from Belgium going well in lane number 6, but it looks like it's going to be lane number 4 first to that final turn. 1:44.55 for Robert Isaac Jonsson. What has Louis Lawler got left? We've seen his freestyle improve immensely over the last little while. Not sure he's going to have the power to come back against the Icelander here as they come into the closing stages. It looks like it might be Robert Isaac Jonsson will take that one. Louis Lawler just behind, about a body length behind now for the Iceland swimmer, but Louis Lawler is going to be second behind Robert Isaac Jonsson. 2:16.91 for the Icelander, former world champion. Louis Lawler, 2:18.44 in second position. And it is Parmentier in third, Dylan Broom in fourth. And Scott Quinn, well, the breaststroke helped him to pick up the pace there in the second half of that one. checking the points totals there, and it does look like the only swimmer in the 800 points range is Robert Isaac Johnson. That should be enough for him to take that World Series title. 817 points for the Iceland swimmer Louis Lawler in second place, 790, and Aymeric Parmentier, 741 points in third place in that final. And there is the summary of the World Series final results. It is as you were for that second heat. The bronze medal in the World Series goes to Belgium. It goes to Aymeric Parmentier. The silver medal goes to Great Britain and Louis Lawler. But the World Series champion from Iceland, Robert Isaac Jonsson. Please welcome the finalist for the women's 150 metres individual medley World Series final. And in lane number 4, from Germany, Gina Butcher. There we see the finalist for the women's 150 metres individual medley World Series final. So just one swimmer taking the start for this final, and that's Gina Butcher from Germany, the SM4 swimmer. 150 metres individual medley. It's an event which is 1 length backstroke, 1 length breaststroke, and 1 length of freestyle. Front crawl, I should say. Very similar to 200 individual medley, but without the butterfly. An event unique to the Paralympic programme. It's only swum in the classifications SM1 to SM4. SM5 swimmers have to swim, and upwards have to swim the 200 metres individual medley in the major competitions. But Gina Butcher had a very good heat swim today. It's faster than her entry time, 3:10.04. I was checking back the record she swam in Tokyo earlier this year, just missing out in the final, and last year I should say, missing out on the final in this 150 metres individual medley. And the time she swam this morning was faster than she went in Tokyo. So that's a good sign for a young German swimmer, just 20 years of age. She's been a medalist at the European Championships before. She was a medalist at the Europeans in Madeira in 2021. Also a medalist in 2018 in the Dublin European Championships. And I'm sure she'll be hoping to go to her second World Championship later this year, after she swam in the 2019 World Championships for the German team. She missed out on a medal in this event, in 5th position in those World Championships. But if she continues to improve, see her go up the rankings, I'm sure. So Gina Butcher looking to try to get inside that 3:10 mark. She'll have one length to go as she comes to the end of this breaststroke. Just keep an eye on the time for Gina. The German team have a good breadth of talent in their team. Brought a pretty strong squad here to Aberdeen to compete. A lot of internationalists, a lot of their Tokyo Paralympians are here, including Gina Butcher. And we'll see how she's going here as she comes into the last 15 metres. It's always good to get under these kind of barriers. You know, people talk about getting under the 1 minute barrier. It's the 3:10 barrier for Gina Butcher today. 3:10.04 in the heats. Is she going to manage to slip under that? It'd be great to see her. The clock ticks over and it's 3:08.27. Well done, Gina Butcher. She is inside that 3:10 mark. I'm sure she'll be happy with that. And if that result is confirmed, she will be crowned the World Para-Series champion for the women's 150 metres individual medley. Yeah, always difficult to swim on your own. Of course, no spectators allowed. It's just your teammates and the other teams that are in the stands at the moment. So doubly difficult for Gina Butcher, but she's performed really well. 3:08.27 for the German swimmer. I'll just wait for confirmation of that result as she exits the pool. It's been told the result has been confirmed, so Gina Butcher will be the World Para-Series champion in the women's 150 metres individual medley. Well done, Gina. Please welcome the finalists for the men's 150 metres individual medley World Series final. In lane 3, representing Great Britain, Harvey Phillips. In lane 4, representing Great Britain, Lyndon Longhorn. In lane 5, representing Spain, Xavi Torres. This is the final of the men's 150 metres individual medley World Series final. So all these three swimmers in the same classification, in the SM4 classification, same as Gina Butcher as we saw in the previous heat, in the previous final I should say. The German swimmer being crowned the women's champion, who is going to be crowned the men's champion Lyndon Longhorn was fastest from those qualification heats in 2:53.65. But the experienced man who leads at the moment, Javi Torres from Spain, he is, I think, probably the most experienced man on the Paralympic swimming circuit at the moment. 7 times a Paralympic Games swimmer. Started way back in Barcelona in 1992. An absolute legend in the sport, Javi Torres. 16 times a Paralympic medalist, 3 times a gold medalist in this event, the 150 individual medley. It's very much a speciality for Javi Torres, the Spanish swimmer, over the years. Harvey Phillips just going through there, a young swimmer from Great Britain. There is the contest at the front of the field as they come to the end of the breaststroke. Lyndon Longhorn, the British record holder, is a Paralympian from Tokyo. It was his first Paralympic Games. As I was saying this morning, he was trying to make the team for London in 2012. Didn't quite achieve that. Had to wait until Tokyo last year until he did that. But he performed really well over at the Paralympic Games in Japan, setting a number of personal bests and a number of British record swims. And the British record that he holds was actually set back in 2015, Lyndon Longhorn. Time 2:49.60. It's Javi Torres and Lyndon Longhorn absolutely together. This is going to be a cracking finish here. Javi Torres was beaten by Lyndon Longhorn in the heats this morning, and Lyndon's got a very strong freestyle, but Javi Torres is not going to give this one away. He's going to fight every inch of the way. We thought that he might have a little bit more in the tank, Javi Torres, when he comes to this final. This is a really good contest. Javi Torres maybe just with the edge. Lyndon Longhorn, one of his arms slightly longer than Javi Torres. They're both affected in all 4 limbs. They're coming in together as Harvey Phillips goes over for his final turn. This is going to be a real fight to the finish. What a World Series final we are seeing. It's the final of the evening. Is it going to be Lyndon Longhorn? Is he going to just touch out the legend? It's Javi Torres. It's very close, but Lyndon Longhorn gets the touch there. 2:54.80 for Lyndon Longhorn, and that was a great contest between the two. 526 points for Lyndon Longhorn, just half a second ahead of Javi Torres. Great swim from the Spaniard there. He's shown he's still got it. Great champion over the years, and I'm sure Lyndon Longhorn will be privileged to swim alongside the great man and just beat him at the touch there. And well done, Lyndon. And what about this young man, Harvey Phillips, the youngest swimmer in the field? Let's give him some encouragement as he comes into the final stages here. Harvey Phillips, just 17 years of age, against the 2 more experienced campaigners, and he comes in 3:46.16 to finish in 3rd position. Now we'll wait for confirmation of those results. And I think we have them now. So Harvey Phillips, 3rd place in this World Series final for Great Britain. The silver medal for the World Series event will go to Spain's Javi Torres, but the World Series champion from Great Britain will be Lyndon Longhorn. So that is the final action of tonight. Again, some great swims that we have seen tonight. We saw that world record swim very early in the evening from Tanja Schultz of Germany. And we saw some excellent contests as well in the World Series finals. So thank you very much for joining us here tonight for the action. Thank you very much for joining us at home on the live stream. I hope you've enjoyed the action from the day 1 of this competition. We've still got 3 more days to go. And that concludes the evening session for tonight. But please join us at 9:30 in the morning, local time here in Aberdeen in the north of Scotland for day 2 heats. And thank you very much to our officials on the pool side. I'll now invite you to leave the pool. Thank you very much again.
Attention, please. Here's something I bet you didn't know. Not all supplements are created equal. At Healthspan, our omega-3 oil is sustainably sourced from the South Pacific Ocean. We find our turmeric on the southern slopes of India. And our cod liver oil comes from the cold, crisp seas of Greenland. We work hard to seek out the best ingredients for all our supplements because that's the Healthspan way. We're healthspan.co.uk. Vitamins and supplements in-store or direct to your door.
SIM-only plans? There are always so many tempting options. So you jump headfirst into a long contract, which keeps you locked in for 12 months.
Somebody let me out!
At Labara, we offer great Paddy plans and total flexibility. You can get 10 gigs of data, unlimited UK minutes and texts, and 100 international minutes for just £10 a month. And you can change or cancel anytime.
Now I feel free!
Buy now at labara.co.uk.
Are they about to triple their gold medal total tonight?